Welcome, class. We are coming together once again to have an incredible filming session of our lesson for today. I'm glad to be me from our Peacemaking Skills for Little Kids second grade book, our Peace Education Foundation series. And today we're going to be focusing on this wonderful lesson where we are going to learn how special we are, how unique we are, all the wonderful traits that we bring to the classroom, and why we all need to be included and respected and welcomed in our classroom. So we're going to start off by reading this wonderful rap. But before we do that, we're just going to be reminded, because in our classroom, the I Care rules help us they guide us. They kind of give us the roadmap, how to, when we're interacting with one another, when we're engaging with one another, being good friends in the classroom, caring for one another. And I Care Cat, our mascot, teaches us that we listen to each other. Rule number 1. Number 2, can we say the rule number 2 together? Our hands are for helping, not for hurting. And then what kind of language do we use? We use I care language, right? I care, the please, the magic words, I'm sorry, excuse me. We use I care language. And what about our feelings? We care about each other's feelings. Our feelings are so important. And we are responsible for what we say and what we do, right? So important. So that's important to keep in mind as we are now going to share this incredible rap. I'm glad to be me. And we're going to begin with Jessa. You want to lead us in the rap? And, we're, as teachers, we got to do dynamic, creative literature, to engage our students. So, Jessa.
I'm glad to be me. I look in the mirror, and what do I see?
I see me. No one else can be.
I am precious. I am glad to be me.
My hair, my face, my personality.
My size, my shape, the color of my skin.
All make up me, outside and in.
Fantastic. That's beautiful. What a great message. And Cherie, we have to answer this question. I'm glad to be me because?
Because I make an impact on students' lives.
Oh, wow. That's a lot to be glad about, right? How about you, Emmanuel? Why are you glad to be you?
Because I'm the way God created me.
Oh, look at that. Wow. That's heavy duty. Yeah, you are the way that you are. And so I am glad, to be me because of the way that God created me. How about you, Jessa?
I'm glad to be me because of my personality. I'm a very bubbly, outgoing person. So, yeah.
That's a lot to be glad about. We need people like you. And you, Dr. Woodward, why are you glad to be you?
I'm glad to be me because of the privileges that I'm afforded.
Yeah, we so many privileges, so many gifts, right? And that's a wonderful thing. Makes us glad to be who we are. So now we get to answer these wonderful questions where in the classroom we can kind of fill in the blanks and really describe ourselves and who we are. So we're just going to go around the room. But in the classroom, we would have all of our students fill this out. So they each have their I'm glad to be me page, right? So let's start over with you, Jessa. My name is
Jessa, and I really care.
I have brown eyes, and I have black and gray hair.
Not much.
My skin is beautiful, and I'm 60 inches tall.
Ooh, 60 inches, and your skin is beautiful. And you, Emmanuel?
I look good, and that's not all.
Oh, that's not all.
I have a lot of people in my family.
You have a lot of, how many people in your family?
8.
8 people, that's a lot. And you, Jessa?
I love my family, and they love me. I like to play music with my friends.
Nice.
I like to read when the day ends. I would make spaghetti if I could cook. The Snowy Day is my favorite book.
Your favorite book.
That's enough about me. This is the end. Tell me about you and make a friend.
Let's make friends. How wonderful. How did this lesson help us to make friends in the classroom? What is this lesson teaching? What valuable social emotional learning skills are we kind of reinforcing? How did this impact you, this activity, this lesson?
As teachers, we make an impact on students' lives because we open their minds about what's okay, what's not okay, that it's okay to be different, and some people have different perspectives.
Wonderful, yeah. Bringing all of that, the differences, celebrating that, respecting that, just bringing that to the fore, right? Where no child is excluded, where all of our children in the classroom feel included. They feel that they're cared for, that they're protected, that they're safe. We are creating a safe environment for our children, a safe space where they can nourish and grow. How about you, Emmanuel? What do you think this lesson was important? How did it impact you? What message do you take from it?
Treat others how you would like to be treated.
Yeah,
That's the message I get from it.
very basic, right? The golden rule, right? It's that treatment of each other with care and concern, because that's how we would like to be treated. How about you, Jessa? What do you take?
Well, from this particular lesson, I see it as showing students' individuality and also what they have in common with others just by sharing their ideas through this, and they can see what they have in common and be friends, even if they thought they wouldn't be.
Yeah, that's so important. You have a beautiful testimonial about your own family, right? And inclusion and how important that is, like right in the heart of your family. How's that?
Well, my brother is autistic and nonverbal, and basically my whole life is about making his life better. Like, everything I do is for him. My job, why I'm in school, and my future life. He will be living with me once I'm older, so and including him in everything is important to me.
What a beautiful, thank you for sharing that. That's so powerful, incredibly powerful. Thank you. And how about you, Michael?
It's really tough to follow up, Jessica.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I think it's so important just to affirm the importance of others and to teach children to lead with kindness and also care and consideration. And not only being able to acknowledge the things that we have in common, but our differences in color, in height, in the way we speak and how we speak, our cognitive abilities. I think there's beauty in the differences that make up a classroom, and the more that we can get children to recognize these differences, the better off that they can grow to become.
Thank you. Yeah, how beautiful. And when you think of so much of the bullying that happens, the violence, the aggression, so much of it has to do with many of these topics, right? When you're bullied, you may be bullied for the color of your skin, or maybe because you're too big or you're too small, or whatever it is. The bully is going to, find whatever reason, right? But there's violence, there's aggression, right? And you think of social media, the body shaming, how people are made fun of, and that happens in so many ways. We know that it impacts children and adolescents in very adverse ways when we think of teen suicide, right? How do I love myself? How do I accept myself? When I look in the mirror, what do I see? I see all the beautiful aspects of me. And so I thank you for coming together. I have learned so much from you and from this opportunity to share such a beautiful lesson, such a profound lesson that can really make an impact on our own lives first, right? And then on the lives of our students. Thank you.